What's going on, YouTube? It's PhDarien. Today's topic is obviously going to be in the description box and the title of this video, but I have to say this, and I don't know why a lot of things have been pissing me off lately, or bothering me, I should say that, bothering me. Now I'm pissed off, I'm not gonna lie about it. But this one today specifically that I said, you know what, let me make a video for the 10 views I may get total, I don't care. It's about homelessness, or poor people, but specifically homeless people. A lot of people I know are poor. They may be house poor, car poor, something like that. But when you're homeless, you're like actually poor. Still rich by the world standards, but poor to American. Well, today I was on my way back from Best Buy, going to look for a TV or something like that because I may be moving soon. And on the way back, I stopped and there was a guy in the middle of the street that's like not even on the side, you know, panhandling. He was literally like shaking cars down and at the stoplight, going to the door, you know, knocking on the door. And he was an older gentleman, black man, such as myself. So I don't know if he felt that there was some sort of bond there or I owed him something. I've never met him before. And just be honest, I don't owe him squat, but I'm a human being. I have compassion. So I was willing to, and I don't ever carry cash. I'm a credit card hound. I'm not broke, but I just use credit cards for everything and pay them off. And I do actually have my own amount of cash that I'll carry with me, but I don't use it. It would be for stuff like this or something that like, hey, the machine is broke. I'll use the cash. But either way, this man asked me, and I was actually gonna go hit up Chick-fil-A real quick too. So backpedaling that, I was on my way to Chick-fil-A from Best Buy. And I'm literally at the catty corner angle. And this man, he's older than my parents, mind you, too. So think about that. I'm 38, and this dude's older than my parents. So when he told me what he did, it made no sense to me. He looked like he was on drugs, possibly drunk. It sucks that that's the stigma, but that's what it was. He had a San Diego Padres hat on. Now, I grew up in San Diego. I'm from San Diego. And I instantly noticed that big SD. And instantly was like, oh, okay. Is he from San Diego? Is he a fan? Whatever. And I'm like, hey, nice hat. And he just looks at me oblivious that he even has a hat on his head. And I almost laughed, but it was, okay, let's get the little laugh out now because he looked like he had no clue he was even wearing a hat. Outside of that, he ended up telling me, can you hook me up or can you help me out? I'm starving. And I said, hey, well, I'm about to go to Chick-fil-A. Can you cross the street right here? I'll buy you something. Like, what do you want? And he looked at me and he's just like, my wife and my kids are going to starve. And I instantly was just like, where are they at? You got a wife and kids? If you have kids, hopefully they're not new kids. You look old enough to be my father. Matter of fact, you look older than my father. So your kids are in their 30s, 20s at the least probably, or 40s. And I'm thinking to myself, where are they at? I only see you here wearing some, and it didn't help. You know what I mean? He had the full get up. He had on some dress shoes, some military old school like 80s and 90s camis, like cami pants, you know, the jungles, nothing desert, with some dress shoes, Raymond Reddington's jacket, and a brown San Diego hat. So just looking at him, of course, you know, like I'm curious, how did he get there? And I do this before, you know, I actually give people more money than they expect to get, but I actually talk to them. Just like anything else, if you don't work, you don't eat. I'm not going to just sit there and hand you money. That's always the problem. But he didn't want my money. I'm sorry, he didn't want my help. He wanted my money. And when I said, I don't carry cash for that, but I will use it in that instance. But when he was straight up saying like, nah. I was like, so you don't want me to go to the store right here and get you food? Even if it's enough food for your wife and your kids that are starving, apparently. He had no interest in any of that. None. And that actually pissed me off because I'm trying to help you when I have no real obligation outside of spiritual. There is no moral obligation I have outside of the Bible, in my opinion. There is no government mandate. You know, oh, you should do, I don't have to do anything if I don't want to. But I wanted to help this man without literally handing him cash to do whatever, God knows what with. Like I said, he already had his eyes were glossed over, pretty beady. And the fact that he was in the middle of the street, you know, not parallel, was it? Yeah, traffic was running parallel. One lane each side, and he's in the middle of it, just asking cars as we're stopped at the light for money. I'm like, you've got to be on something to do that in the first place. But I just want to know, like, what are you guys' thoughts? What are the, you know, I know my son and my daughter are going to watch this video and then talk to me about it. But either way, what say you? What do you do in that situation? Do you just give them the money and hope they do what they're supposed to do with it? Or do you say, hey, you lost an opportunity, and this is a learning experience for all involved. Not only did he learn something, so did I. Either way, that's a quick little video for me. Do you help homeless people out by giving them what they want or giving them what they need? Put your comment down in the comment section. It's PhDarien. I'm out. Peace.